Hi, thanks very much for joining me for Marketing Monday. My name is Natalie Armstrong with Marketing Resolutions. Today's Monday, and we're ready to get started building our mediation or arbitration practices. This is the first Marketing Monday of the new year. Happy 2023. I hope that whatever holiday you celebrate was filled with joy and happiness. Now we're ready to grab our cup of coffee. Today is just a good old-fashioned latte. We're going to get started into 2023 with intention. And I know that a lot of people, maybe you, like goals as much as I do. I love goals. I love to-do lists. I love hitting milestones, both for myself and my clients. But I haven't made a New Year's resolution in decades, to be honest. But I know that lots of people do, and maybe you're one of them, and I think that's great. I know that also, though, statistically, only about 8% of people who make a New Year's resolution actually follow through on it, actually bring it to fruition. So that's a really low number. Whether or not you make a New Year's resolution or you're just goal-oriented like me, it doesn't make any difference. Today, we're going to talk about 3 easy ways for you to hit your milestones, hit your goals for 2023. So I've made 3 short and easy steps for us to talk about today. So you want to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and really give some careful thought to the first of these 2 points. The first 2, they're pretty easy. I'm sure you can do them on your own. If you can't, of course, give me a call anytime. But for the most part, you should be able to do them on your own. Point number 3, that's where we're really going to concentrate our time together today looking at. But number 1 is to sit down. Write down 3 things that worked really well for your practice development in 2022. And then the 3 things that you can do to amp those up for 2023. Number 2, you want to write down the 3 things that you could have done differently, maybe better. And the 3 things, of course, the corresponding 3 things that you can really make those better, level them up, amp them up, refine them, fix them, or delete them perhaps. And then lastly, you want to write down 3 actionable ways that you can bring those goals, those ideas, those projects, those milestones to fruition. This is number 3. That's where the rubber hits the road, so to speak. Number 3 is one of my favorites. So why is setting these goals and these milestones so important? Why do we make New Year's resolutions? Well, as a business person, there are lots of reasons why setting these practice development goals is essential. It could be to, get caught up on the day-to-day grind, where, it's so easy to just sort of forget. You get distracted and you get busy and you get tired and you think, I'll take care of it tomorrow or next week, or, you just put it off. Having these goals really addresses that. Having actionable, achievable goals that you're working toward helps you keep focused, keeps you motivated. Setting business goals and milestones allows you to also measure your progress and determine whether or not you're on track and whether or not you're on the right track. So this is important. This is important for making course corrections along the way. It's important for lots of different reasons. You get the idea. But without milestones, again, it's difficult to know if you're making progress. Maybe you're just spinning your wheels, right? I think finally, setting goals gives you something to strive for. And as humans, that's a really important part of our coding, right? We are action-driven, as animals. We're goal-oriented as animals. And so this really satisfies that need that most of us have. All right. So if you have milestones that you're working toward, again, it challenges you, pushes you forward, etc. But here's how you actually do it. You want to map out your practice milestones and when you plan to achieve them. And why do I say milestones as opposed to tasks? What's the difference between a milestone list and a task list? Well, task lists are good, I love them. But they're different than milestones. Task lists, they definitely have their purpose, they're in their place. And there's something, again, that I do advocate both for my clients and myself. But tasks are the little building blocks of any milestone, and they take time to achieve. Sometimes it's just a few minutes, sometimes it's substantially longer. Regardless, tasks are the micro and milestones are the macro. So milestones are different in that they generally have no duration and are more like lines in the sand that mark a group of tasks that are in progress or that have been completed. Goals. Goals can absolutely have a specific deadline. So, for example, right now, if you're sitting down to think about what are your goals for 2023, those are goals that have to be accomplished within the next 12 months, right? The milestones are the moments in time where you're going to hit the necessary tasks and activities necessary to make those goals complete. And the tasks are the little micro points all along the line that help you reach the milestones. Does that make sense? All right. So let's concentrate on milestones. Milestones are, I think, more powerful because they demonstrate forward progress in your practice development plan. They help to motivate you. They let you more easily judge priorities. Milestones really can help you monitor deadlines that will help you meet those goals for 2023. They help you identify important dates. They recognize potential bottlenecks in the progress, lots of different things. So think about your practice development milestones, again, like moments in time as opposed to objectives or tasks. And they really should represent the important checkpoints on your given project, on your given goal. When you look at your marketing or practice development project schedule, this is important, you want to identify the important moments or checkpoints. For example, if you're planning to announce a new training, right, new mediation training, you would most likely create a milestone to represent finalizing the overall theme, maybe to finalize getting all the speakers put together, the technology you're going to use, the launch messaging, the new website page or new website in total, the actual launch of the training. These are all milestones. The tasks to reach these milestones will be numerous in this example, and the goal to reach these milestones is the ultimate deadline to launch your training, right? So that's the goal. Once you've got the list of achievable milestones, then you can delve into the task of lists, the to-do lists, the micro, necessary to accomplish these milestones and hit those goals that you've set for yourself. So one thing that's most important, I think, for all of us is to be realistic in these goals so that you can therefore be realistic in your milestones and then realistic in your to-do list, your task list. This really is not the time for pie in the sky dreaming. This is a time for being realistic. You want these milestones, these goals to be achievable, right? If you're working like a mad person on these unachievable milestones or goals, then you're going to get frustrated and you quit. And we don't want that to happen. So we're looking for progress, not perfection. And we want to make the list achievable. To make your list, you can use anything that you want. I happen to use and really like Google Calendar. On Google Calendar, I can set all of my tasks, my reminders, my milestones, and my goals. And my Google Calendar is attached to my AI tower so that I get regular reminders. I see it come up. My tower talks to me, says, don't forget today you have to do these things. So it's a little bit more interactive. It's a regular interaction with the tasks necessary to hit the milestones necessary to meet my goals. But you can use any system that you want. A good old-fashioned paper calendar, fine. An old-fashioned Filofax, fine. Any app, online, fine. On your phone, excellent. Whatever it takes to make it work for you, that's the one that you want to use. Now, some items on your list might not be achievable for you just working alone, and that's okay. On those items that you either don't want to do, don't have time to do, or can't do alone for whatever reason, that's really important to know, because then that means that one of the line items on your task list is to find someone who can help you check those tasks off the list so that you meet your milestones and meet your goals. And these could be big things or little things. Taking advantage of someone else's expertise to get them done. And this could be, for example, maybe you need help with convening. Maybe convening is just taking up too much of your valuable, otherwise billable time, and you want to outsource convening, in which case you need to call Nikki at casemanagerserviceinc.com. Maybe you want to start a podcast, but the production, planning, scheduling, editing, recording, all of those things just take too much time, and you just really want to benefit from the end result of having a podcast. That's fine. You call Veronica Cravener at mediate2achieve.com. Check that off the list, and she'll keep you moving forward. Nikki will keep you moving forward. Those kinds of services keep you moving forward, checking off tasks, checking off milestones, and hitting goals. And that's a really important thing to be self-aware about. Some of your goals and tasks, of course, are very doable for you alone to manage. You can absolutely set aside time once a week or every day to really be involved on your social media, really truly connect with people, engage with groups. You can find the right connections. You can get your articles published. You can find guest spots on podcasts or video channels. You can expand your online presence. You can start a YouTube channel. There's so many things that you can do for yourself. If you don't like those tasks or you don't have time for them, but they're on your list, don't just check them off because you can't manage them yourself. Find someone to help support you in them so that you can concentrate on those things that are on your list that you can do for yourself or that you prefer to do. But for all of the things on your list, I promise there is a tutorial on YouTube that will show you how to take care of whatever that task or milestone or goal is. You can absolutely log on and find something on what my husband calls YouTube University. But the key here today is to give yourself more than just a few minutes. Really sit down and allow yourself to focus on these lists. And again, the 3 points that we wanted to work on for really optimizing 2023 is: 1, write down the 3 things that worked really well for your practice and you in 2022. And then the respective 3 things that you can do to level up those things that worked best. Then number 2, you want to write down the 3 things that you could have done differently or better. And then the 3 things that match those that you can fix, repair, or know to just check off your list entirely. And lastly is number 3, the actionable list. These are the 3 actionable ways that you can bring these goals to fruition. One is, obviously to have a calendar that works for you, maybe reminder systems on your AI like I have, or outsourcing those tasks and those milestones to someone who can help you. But you make your own list so that it suits you and your practice. And then you create the milestones to keep moving toward your goals for 2023. So that's it for me. 8%, you can be sure that you're one of those 8% that hits your New Year's resolutions, makes them happen. If you need any help with overall strategies or specific goals or milestones or tasks, please don't hesitate to reach out, give me a call, find help, find the resources you need. You got this. 2023 is all yours. Thanks so much for watching another Marketing Monday. Again, my name is Natalie Armstrong. I'm so glad that you joined me for the video. That's it for me. Be good humans. Bye-bye.